Everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. It is Saturday, and we just finished the earnings class, which was awesome. And then let's talk. We'll talk a little bit about that, and let's talk about the cycle highs. So Friday actually put in an official cycle high trigger. Okay, that's important. Trigger is not a confirmation. Okay, it's a trigger, meaning that now we have the potential for 4 to 6 month cycle highs. To get confirmation, we actually need essentially a weekly close below the March lows. Okay, now that's only about 40 points away, so we're within the realm of possibility. And keep in mind that the transportation index has already confirmed. Okay, so it is below the March lows in a big way. Okay, and it's tested them twice and failed. So as of right now, it's a go. Okay, now there's not confirmation in the SPX, but in my mind here, am I going to be buying puts on the spiders and ready for a potential big down move? Yes. Keep in mind, now is it guaranteed to work? Of course not. Okay, this is all about probabilities. But the last time we had a cycle that worked was back in 2011. Was it there? Nope. Here? Nope. It was like August 2011. Where is it? Okay, I'll find it here eventually. But just to kind of give you an idea, there we go. June here. So this is the last time we had a cycle, and you can see here this is the last time we also lost 10% in the S&Ps, or right around that level. So, and it also, to kind of keep in mind, that it erased 1 year's worth of gains, okay, in about 10 days. That's what cycle highs can do. And if you're not prepared for this, it's going to destroy you. If you're prepared for it, it's going to make your year. Okay, so you want to be aware of it. So some of the stuff we covered in the earnings class on Saturday, I wanted to share with you is one was a checklist of what to do when a stock has a greater than expected move. Okay, so specifically, this is exactly how you set up the trade the day before, and then the day of. The first thing you do is buy back the short side of your butterfly. Second thing you do, you got those spreads, and then the third thing you do, those specific calls for the next week. And this is the checklist for stocks that do that. And this turned into be, one of the better trades of the year, and just 1 day's worth of trading. And then just kind of went through and just kind of, say, look, these are the periods, and those are the specific things that have to happen for you to add to the position. And at the end of the day, we're able to do this because we've got all the key statistics. Okay, so for Netflix, the stats for the last 12 earnings announcements are the average move up after earnings is 28% over the course of 6 days. And this means that with Netflix, the most money is to be made after earnings. Okay, now we were able to do this on Facebook, on Apple, and we can see based on the stats, what are the best trades to set up on those options. Okay, and so we went through that through the whole class. And then, of course, what to do on a gap down if it traded sideways and all that stuff. So we would know what to do in every situation, and also based on the statistical information, know what to do in terms of know the probability of what it's going to be doing next. Okay, so super helpful tool. Okay, so if you did not sign up for the class, you can still get the recording. And remember, we're going to actually do live trading on Wednesday and Thursday. And you'd still be eligible to sign up for that. You'd go to simpleroptions.com/earnings class. Now, a lot of people have asked about this indicator. We're going to release this indicator on the site at the end of this week for $297. If you bought the class, okay, and you can still take advantage of this, you can actually get the indicator for $97. Okay, so anyway, just so you know there. So anyway, you still have time to view the Saturday recording, so you'll be up to speed. And then just remember, there's a live portion of trading on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so simpleroptions.com/earnings class. Okay, so and then there's tons of other examples too that we went through. So now let's come back here. We talked about the S&Ps, talked about the transportation index, and last but not least, we had some questions on covered calls. Okay, so this is a question that I've been asked a lot, and I don't do covered calls. Okay, it's just not something I understand the strategy. I just don't do it. And I know a lot of people have asked about, hey, look, I've got this stock, or I'd like to do this as kind of a conservative strategy. What's the best way to do it? So the best way to do it is to learn from someone who knows the best way to do it. So Don Kaufman is going to be doing a class on Wednesday, April 22nd, 8 o'clock East Coast time. That's 7 p.m. Central. Essentially, learning covered calls from the basics to the extremes. Now note this is simplerstocks.com/covered calls, since this is more of a focus on stocks. He's going to be talking about the strategies on how to use covered calls so you can create a consistent return in your portfolio, how to identify the most promising covered call candidates so you know exactly what stocks to trade. This is important because I've seen this where people just, they don't really understand it and they're doing, covered calls on the wrong stocks. What are the major benefits of trading covered calls, and why do so many professional traders do it this way? And then finding the most crucial criteria for selling the correct options so you never have to guess. The advantages and disadvantages of selling short-dated or weekly options. Okay, so the question is this like an easy weekly income stream or a sucker's bet? And then coming down to the end of the list here, learning how to use rolling covered calls to protect your portfolio and avoid the regrets of other covered call traders that don't know that strategy. Okay, so anyway, if you can't attend it live, you will get immediate online on-demand access, okay, of the recording and the presentation notes. And again, these are the courses that are designed to teach you a new skill and something that it's a small investment, and you can essentially get this return almost immediately from implementing these strategies. Okay, hope that helps. You guys have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.